Hey guys, it is the first day of autumn, and as you can see by the time, it is half the day has already gone by. It was raining last night, and we didn't get dry conditions to harvest until just about an hour ago. Um, so we spent the morning putting in some more poplar over in that field, and have it almost fully planted. But as soon as we got the ready to go on our harvest, man, we came over here to pick up our combine. Oh, we're gonna go with the Fendt 9490X right here. It's a pretty big harvester, and we're gonna go with the big old head here, 45-foot head. Got our head trailer there. We're gonna go with this big head because we have got a ton to do and not a whole lot of time. So I guess we have run out of straw on our cows. Run out of straw with our cows, and have just a little bit of straw left in their bedding. So we're going to need to get better on this head, aren't we? We're going to need to get some straw baled up so that we can replenish our supply for our cows. And then we also need to get some straw because the last bit of straw that we have or had, we went and mixed up with our last batch of TMR. So we are in the need of straw. We're going to go ahead and the head on here. And we're going to head on over to our wheat field, which should be the field right by the house, and get started on that. See our soybeans right there, they're coming along quite nicely. Should be ready to harvest here soon as well. All right. Put our order in for this harvester a couple weeks ago, and thankfully it came in just in time for our harvest season. We did go ahead and elect to purchase the harvester. We had some money, and when I was looking at the numbers, it looked like we were going to basically spend a small fortune on leasing this thing for the amount of time that I figured it would take for us to harvest. So we're just going to purchase it outright, and then when our harvest is done, we're probably going to put it up on the used market and see what we can get back off of it. Got our wheat field, we've got our barley field, and we've got our canola field to harvest, and then we've got our sunflower, or not a sunflower, our soybean field to harvest. So let's see here. Have to maybe we can go in this entrance here. We've already brought our tractor down here with our tipper, so that we'll be ready to I know what I'm going to do here. This is not, try to not get stuck on the bush. Alright, well, you know what? Sometimes we just need to think a little bit, and we're going to come in here and we're going to turn around. And we're going to come at this from a different angle. Back here you can see our poplar field. There's a extra poplar that we got planted this morning. Trying to pull on in here. Get up. This with a little different angle. What I think we need to do is pull our tractor forward a little bit. I'm actually going to pull it all the way up here to the other entrance. We're going to leave this over here momentarily. I think what we'll do is we'll pull this in and get it situated so that we can then basically bring our that. Perfect. Drop this. We'll bring this around here. We'll get a little bit of our crop here as we kind of sneak around this tree. Completely missed a turn there. Alright. We're going to come over here and hook up. Then we're going to bring the tractor back around and hook up to the header trailer. Then we'll pull the header trailer up a little bit. Get him out of the way. Put them there. Just and parked here for now. And finally get over here and get to harvesting. Got to remember when I leave things running. I want to leave the straw swath. Dive on in here and first harvest, well, the second harvest of the season. I can't believe I would forget the 4 days of potato harvest. We're going to make 2 headland passes. Then we're going to see if we can't turn this job over to a hired worker. Got some help that we've lined up from the community to help us with our harvest, so that get the grain in and we can get the straw in. Don't want our straw staying in the field overnight. Don't want to run the risk of it getting wet. I'm hoping we can get a full pass around, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. I think what I might do is we might just cut this field in half right here. We're already at 30-some%. We haven't even gotten very far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut straight across here. Right here. Let's see what that does for us. As you can see, we are up to 107 cows now. Had another cow birth just the other day. See, we're down to 24% on our power food, so we need to feed our cows today. We need to get them some straw for their bedding. They're running pretty low on that. But we have completely exhausted our supply of straw. Calculated out very well when we bought those 8 bales, that those were the only bales that we would need. We anticipated that we would be able to harvest our wheat here very early into the autumn season, and it looks like that is the case indeed. We're going to be able to get our wheat harvested first thing. I'm hoping that we can get around to that cut in the hedge at the road before we fill up. I think we're going to be that. This tipper will hold just a little more than a than one grain tank full. Hey, it's been so long since I've had to harvest. I almost forget the process. Park that there for now. Let me go ahead and finish our pass here. Like I said, we're going to make another headland pass, and we'll probably just concentrate on this bottom section of the field for now, and maybe leave that upper section for tomorrow, since it is already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So we got a pretty late start to our harvesting because we were wet crop. We could have probably staged everything a little better, but we also had the field of poplar to finish off. We still didn't get it quite done, but we do have rain in the forecast for days 4, 6, and 8. So we still have some time where we could have some wet crop scenario, and if we do run into wet crop scenario, we will basically finish the poplar planting during that wet crop. So we're going to turn around because we really should have went the other direction. Just didn't think about it. So now our pipe will be on the outside edge, so we won't have to worry about driving over our crop. Can we? It's pretty wide. It's kind of hard to see, but done a pretty good job here. I have to say, this harvester is very quiet on the inside of the cab. Rather impressed with its sound dampening capabilities. Keep an eye on that left edge. I like this particular harvester because its digital readout here will tell us how we are, tell us our capacity. Right now we're at 6740 as far as our wheat capacity. So, like I said, we're going to finish this headland and basically define the bottom section of the field here. And then we're going to one of our hired workers on this part of the field, going to show another worker where the grain dump is and what we want to do as far as the grain dump goes. And then we'll be able to grab our baler and bale stacker and get to baling our straw. And then hopefully we'll be in a position to get some straw bales off the field and under cover before too far into nightfall. All right, so we've got our two hired workers running the harvester. Got them working. We got another guy running the trailer, so they all know where they're going and what they're doing. Went ahead and picked up our baler, our bale stacker, and we're just going to be coming around here making ourselves some straw bales before the evening is out. See how many of these bales we can get made and picked up. Then we're going to need to tend to our cows tonight before we head off to bed. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a talk with our harvester guy there. Seems to be missing some. Sitting over there quite nicely, just waiting for the harvester to fill up. Another reason why this stacker is quite nice is that since it stacks 4 bales, you can go ahead and start baling the outside rows here. And typically, you wouldn't want to do that because you wouldn't want to have a whole bunch of bales in the way of your harvester and whatnot. But the odds of having a whole bunch of bales in the way of your harvester are pretty small when you've got stacks of 4, as opposed to just having a whole bunch of individual bales sitting around. Gonna need to take care of that. Be right back with you. Alright, we got that little issue taken care of, and I'll clean these, clean that a little bit up later. I have a sharp turn to be making. Like I said, since we have stacks of 4, the chances of bales being in such a way that they are in the way of the harvester is a lot slimmer than if we had individual bales just sitting around on the field. You can go ahead and bale this, drop these field, and then we'll come around with our telehandler and our trailer in a little bit and pick them up. In fact, you can see that this whole side here is going to be completely bale free. Plenty of room for our harvester to turn around. So what we're going to do is we're going to finish harvesting this field, obviously, off camera. And we will finish collecting our bales and baling our straw. And obviously taking care of our cows. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click the like button. Please consider subscribing to a 24-day Churn Farm play, 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we do map videos on hopefully every Tuesday, Thursday. There may be some times where we're going to skip a couple days as we kind of wait on quality maps to be to come out. When we come back tomorrow, or next time we come back, we will have completed our harvest here on our wheat field. And we will probably be over harvesting barley. Maybe. Not sure. We might go ahead and harvest the barley field off camera also. Don't really know. Or we may just pick up with the baling and the picking up of the barley straw. That straw is going to go down to the pig farm. This straw here is destined for the cow farm. We're going to use the barley grain also for the pigs, so we'll be taking that down to the pig silo. And this grain is pretty much unspoken for. In fact, it will probably just go to market. We don't really have a use for it. And any leftover grain from the barley field that we won't need for our pigs will also have available to take down to market also. So until next time, guys, happy farming.